Owen, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you for joining us.
Owen, how's practice today?
Good. A lot of energy. Coach gave us a couple of days off, which was nice. Obviously, watched film Sunday, and then today we had practice. It was really good today.
What'd you take away from this last game?
Yeah, offensively speaking, obviously can't get out to a start like that. Kind of put that on myself. But outside of those two bad plays, I thought, we played solid for the most part. Hurt ourselves with penalties, sacks, whatever it was. Just got behind the sticks on early downs. Can't ever do that against a really good team.
You were under a ton of pressure in this game from the pass rush. How did you sort of manage that and try to keep the offense on track?
Yeah, just can't blink. No matter what it is, I think I look at that first and foremost and see what I could have did better, how I could have got the ball out, how I could have targeted, the O-line to pick up some of those pressures maybe a little bit better. So I'm not sure what the things I look at.
This is a couple straight games now. Your tight end group has been pretty productive. Has there been anything that's been sort of key to getting them more involved in the offense?
No, they've always been a huge part of our offense. I just think, schematically, whatever the routes may be, those guys just happen to be open more.
How about the overall sort of morale of your team at this point? How's everybody doing? What was your sense of practice today?
Yeah, great. I think this group does a really good job, win or loss, responding. Like I said, it helped to have a couple days off, especially coming off a tough loss, to kind of regroup, watch the film, learn from it, grow from it. I had a really good day to practice today.
Coach Traylor said kind of falling out of conference title contention that you sort of might have to set some new goals. Is there anything that you look at differently, or how do you sort of approach that now?
No, I don't think it's you're still playing regardless. The thing internally, you gotta look at it as yourself and why you play the game. No matter if you're 0-12, 12-0, whatever it is. I think you gotta go back to your why and what keeps you going, and that ultimately I think will lead you.
Oh, and how important is it to get to a bowl game, to get eligible?
Yeah, super important. Obviously, in big picture, that's super important. But we're worried about Charlotte right now and trying to dominate. Watch this film today and have another good day of practice tomorrow.
Are you able to pinpoint, I guess, the struggles on the road? I know that all the games have been a little different, but what is it about this team going on the road?
Yeah, I wish I could tell you. I think it's more. I think penalties show up more, and like I said, we just get behind the sticks on early downs, and that really kills us, especially in the offense. I think that's a big factor offensively.
Coach Traylor told us yesterday that the road struggles are a sign of a mentally weak football team. Does that inspire anything in you to try to fix that or turn that around? What do you react to when you hear that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously anything he says we'll take and try to, see what we can do best with whatever that is. But I think from penalty standpoint, that's definitely a mental thing for those guys. So definitely something we'll look at and continue to grow from.
Oh, and is it nerve-wracking interviewing, knowing your head coach is watching you?
No, not at all.
Not at all?
No.
Owen, is there any challenge to making sure your guys don't overlook Charlotte, given that you're going to be a pretty big favorite in this game? How do you approach that with the group?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the record is not that good, but I think they have a really good group, really sound on defense, and I think any opponent we have to look at, treat them like they're one of the best we're playing. So they got a really good group, and we'll have our hands full.
What's it been like going through these last 4 weeks? You guys have kind of flipped from huge wins to tough losses, back and forth each week. What are the emotional swings of that like for you?
Yeah, like you said, you just gotta kind of handle them the same. That's kind of been my thought process. Win or loss, have that 24-hour rule or whatever that rule is for you to learn from that win or loss and grow from it, and then respond and attack practice next week.
Do you see that the rest of the group is staying level? How do you try to keep that going?
Yeah, I think, like I said earlier, I mean, this group's been super good about that. High or low, just responding from it, watching the film, not turning, on each other, none of that. So it's all been super good for this group to respond from either circumstance.
Got an extended look at BT. How did you think he looked?
Yeah, BT looked really good. He's coming off a tough injury a couple years ago, so for him to get out there and be more mobile, I thought he looked really good.
McCown got a touchdown in that stretch too, being in his home state, hometown even. What was his reaction to that? Have you talked to him about that at all, or what did you see there?
Yeah, super special for him. Got to see, the week leading up to it, or the night before, really, in the hotel. His family was there. So super, super special for Makai.
Yeah,
Thanks, Owen. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep.